thought there would be another menu. But yeah, I thought there'd be another menu, so sorry that, yet again, I didn't start on the loading screen. But yeah, we're back. I don't know if there's really much else to pre-show about.
One, because it got me into the series,
Hello.
and two, because... Hello.
Hello.
I am presuming Xenoblade talk because that's what I had hopped out of the call on.
Yeah, just saying that, like, I'm in a toss-up between 1 and 2 is my favorite. I absolutely love 3, but I'm very biased towards 1 and 2. 1, because it was the first that I've had played and the first that, like, got me into the series. And 2, because I played and beat that game so many times. Too many times. I did 100% playthrough of it once. Maybe twice, I don't remember. It was not great. Damn it, Ursula.
I am hoping I get her early when I do server stream playthrough.
Fingers
Here
crossed.
I am just sitting where it's like on my second playthrough. Got the like extremely rare blade on my first go.
Ah, damn.
Wait, you got
Yeah,
like oh, you
yeah. I was like, oh my god, this is like
you're
like how
your
rare?
very first.
That
Your very
that kind of
first-
luck I'm also hoping for. But we are not here for Xenoblade.
Yep, sorry.
Okay. Hell yeah.
We ready to dive into the game?
Yeah.
Alright. Last time on Tipping These Scales, the party beelined it to get to the home city of the Grand Magician. Ember, to try and make some more progress during the first day, took a potion of Draconic Majesty, and it ended up taking permanently that time. So, he is now dragon.
We were able to get there real fast.
Real
with
fast.
someone who could fly and carry the whole party.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. And now we have entered the Grand Magician's territory. I would like to ask the party a question. Are you going to be entering the city from the air or landing and entering from the ground?
I think Ember will ask the rest of the party what they want to do. And will very much be taking Enie's lead in particular. So,
My personal thoughts are that it should be from the ground because considering what just happened, they're probably going to be on alert, and a new dragon suddenly appearing from the sky is probably not great.
especially a new dragon that no one knows about except the matron. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
the Drago's gonna advocate that as well. And I think she's also gonna take the hat of disguise off just because, again, with everyone, being on high alert, being in disguise is just gonna, like, make them even more suspicious if anyone sees through it. That's like, let's just not do that.
Yeah.
And if anyone has a problem with that, Ember will roar in their face.
It seems like we'll be entering from the ground then.
All right. How far back do you land from the city? Right at the gate, or do you go a bit farther back and walk up?
I think a bit farther back and walk up, like maybe if there's like a bit of tree cover somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, it's like I think if we got up to the gates, that would cause problems.
You all do that, and as you approach, you notice that there is definitely an increased guard presence around the city, and immediately upon catching sight of you, some of the guards are like Like they go to just like reflexively go halt, and then realize there is an adult dragon there, so most likely a dragon lord, and it's like, my lord, our apologies. If you would give us some time to call the captain of the guard here.
All right.
And after a bit of time, you notice. Can I get a perception check from everyone for the time you're waiting as well?
All right.
Alrighty. Perception. There it is.
That's a 14 from Ember.
6 from Eni.
10 from
he's-
Magdalene.
Bit impatient right now.
How did I get the highest?
Or no,
14.
second highest. I got 14.
Oh, 14. Nice. I misheard.
I will say that Jared and Ember, you definitely notice the figures in the sky. You know, at first you think they might be birds, but those are pretty big if they're birds, especially with how low some of them are getting. Clearly they have to be wyverns, and you can definitely make out like some shapes on their backs. Maybe they're being ridden. After some time, another figure flies towards you all. Maybe a wyvern, but it's a lot thinner and sleeker. And as it lands in front of you, you see it has 4 legs, much like a dragon. However, I'm going to need a nature check from everyone besides Ember.
Everyone besides Ember. Okay. Interesting.
7. Edie is impatient.
4.
10 again.
Edie and Jared, this is the size of a young dragon, and you know it's definitely built like dragons. So you're presuming it's a full dragon. Magdalene, you're picking up on some of the discrepancies in anatomy. Like it's a lot more gracile than like young dragons you've seen have been. Like it's a lot sleeker and thinner than Thraxena was, even though she is of similar size. Ember,
He's a noodle dragon.
yeah. Ember, the reason you didn't have to roll a nature check is you've grown up in the territory, so you know what these things are. These are, sometimes they're called dragonelles, sometimes they are known as winged drakes, but otherwise, you know that these are like, they're more intelligent than a horse, but they are not, fully thinking creatures like a dragon is.
Okay.
It is a relative to dragons, much like the riding drakes are, but they are not full dragons. They are still like creatures that are tamed and ridden and beasts of burden. But getting off of this dragonelle is rather short. A Mander figure decked out in heavy armor with a lance. Hello there. Greetings, Dragon Lord. I did not know of your arrival. My name is Serau. If you need the spelling, Serau.
Thank you.
He's French. No.
Oh no!
Might
We're
I
in trouble now.
might I ask the purpose of your visit here?
We have some information on the individual responsible for what has happened here, and we would like to help.
I think I'm gonna have him roll an insight check. Just because it's like, oh, you are referencing something happened here. I just want to double check on that.
Yeah.
and I pull up a relevant stat block. Give me a moment.
Magdalen's gonna cast guidance on Ember for just whatever.
Along with the persuasion check, could I get, or the insight check, could I get a persuasion check from Magdalene? This is just a thing of like, how noticeable is the like lawkeeper mantle for this individual?
Should have guided myself. Did I switch?
You can definitely switch.
Ember tosses the guidance back.
What?
It's hot potato.
Ooh. Dang! What was the result of that persuasion check from Magdalene?
Eight.
8.
Oh.
Could I get a persuasion check from Ember just to, like, see if you can kind of, like, yes, we are a group, it is fine, to cover for Magdalene.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll roll with my -1.
Ah, you'll get a nat 20. It'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, that's not that far off!
I can't believe I actually almost predicted it.
Yeah. I would...
Thank you for summoning a good roll for me.
Yeah,
Manifested it into reality.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This was not necessarily, you know, the insight contested against either persuasion, but rather just like seeing where the rolls landed. On an 18, I think, and on an 18, he looks over the party. I think he sees Magdalene and starts a bit, but then, what do you do, Ember, for that 17 persuasion to like? We are a group. We are a party. She is not responsible. What do you do towards that?
I think he'll just kind of like stretch a wing over everyone else just to be. It's like, hey, they're good. They're with me.
And
So-
he immediately backs down.
And I'll just doing that. And also just giving him a look of like, hey, we're cool, right?
Yeah. He immediately backs down. He's not going to question a Dragon Lord in this way. Very well, my lord. Feel free to enter the city. If you wish to speak about what has happened, you will need to find the Dragon Lord's lair. It is further up the Sparkling Palace, and our investigator is there currently helping out.
Thank you.
Gives a bow as you are let through.
Okay. I think with that, Ember's gonna look at the rest of the party and it's like, oh, I need a title, don't I? Since they think I'm a Dragon Lord. Well, I guess I mean, I'm a dragon, but I'm not Lord of anywhere, but...
You will be in time, I'm sure.
That would be helpful, though. Even if they don't know you, you might be they might think you're at least a rising one.
Yeah. I mean... let's, in the meantime, say I'm from around Bright Ridge, which is that's Autumn's hometown for Roxanne. So, and title, how about the Night of Embers until I come up with something better, maybe.
Knight of Embers, Lord of Embers. Both work.
Understood, Lord.
Oh god, don't call me that.
He gives kind of a small smirk.
You're going to be called that. Get used to it.
Is just
If-
already, like, thinking about all his life choices and then just, like, goes in.
If not by us, then someone else.
He knows it's just like, oh no, it's weird. So... Excuse me. Man, the breath weapon is so
Don't die.
janky today. So I think, as they're going in, Ember is gonna kind of be, it's like, okay, so do we have a plan for how we want to handle this?
Be honest, help as much as we can. I'm not sure what else possibly can't be planned for.
That is our best bet. We're both after the same
Okay.
person.
Yeah, I think
Although I
if
suppose...
they try to use like Zone of Truth or anything, just let it happen.
Although I
Yeah.
do suppose that we should figure out how much information we may want to give,
And Ember will
considering
just
the
kind of look over at
context
Edie.
of everything.
Yeah. You're the
Provide-
most tied to this the most. What do you think?
Provide what information we need to. I would say nothing more, but if it does need to get pushed, then I'll take it from there.
Understood.
We have already found Audica. If they start asking questions about how we know about these types of beings, we could start there. And mention her first before you and Sona.
No. Start with me first. It'd be
Okay.
better if we rip the bandage off beforehand
Very well.
and let them know
Yeah.
that I'm not a threat. I'm here to help alleviate the situation.
All right. And can Ember roll an insight check just to see how Edie's doing?
Yeah. Meanwhile, could I get someone to roll?
That's a natural 19 plus
Woo!
2, because his insight isn't great, but that's a 21.
Neat.
Alright. Edie. At this point, Edie's not trying to really hide it. She is has a determined look on her face.
Okay.
And it is clear that she will do whatever she needs to bring this prisoner of the tower down. Even if it's what result might come from it, as long as no more innocents' lives are taken.
Okay.
Could I also ask for a luck check from the party? Just simple D20.
Who wants to roll it? Okay, I will.
I was just about to suggest.
Actually, yeah. Ooh. Okay. This is going to...
Yeah, sorry, Zoltan.
Yeah, I was actually going to I was trying to find the words to suggest. How about you do it? So it works out for the best.
Fair enough.
What is Jared's passive perception?
12? 12.
12? Okay. Never mind the luck check.
Damn you.
My passive perception is 20. Does that matter?
I mean, you would spot the thing Jared, missed, but it doesn't mean anything to you.
Hey, look, a thing. Anyway. All right. So I think with that, we head over to the castle.
Yeah, make our way on over.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't distract ourselves on this one. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the castle is it looks like a castle made out of glass with, lights sparkling inside, changing shades and colors, and sometimes even showing scenes. But it's all very, like, showmanshipy. It's much more like, a stage magic show than, than mage stuff. And I think, you're stopped at the gate, not aggressively, just like, okay, what's going on, and you are, you give your spiel and you're directed inside, eventually to quite literally a stage, as the Grand Magician is pacing on it with a elf, talking to him.
Okay, so I think before anyone starts talking, Vagalind is going to cast Borrowed Knowledge on herself to give herself proficiency in Persuasion and Excursion. She'll burn a fourth. Let's see. Shoot, no, I don't have enhanced ability prep. Never mind. Oh wait, oh no, I do. Okay, so yeah, so burn a 4th level enhanced ability to give Ember, Jared, and Eni advantage on persuasion checks, or advantage on charisma checks.
All right.
Oh, quite generous.
Like, we need to not fuck this up.
Yeah. I think immediately as another dragon enters the audience chamber, the magician's head whips around, definitely surprised by another draconic presence.
Ember gives a bow, and just says, "My lord, we have heard the news of. We are aware of your loss and are so very sorry for it, and we have come to help."
And how did you hear of this news? It happened but days ago, and here's a strange dragon and strange companions entering into my lands.
We have some knowledge of the individual responsible. We were looking for them unrelated to this, and so we were able to scry on them, and scrying revealed what
The deed
happened here.
itself.
Could I get a persuasion check?
Remember, right?
You have advantage.
I know, but I still have -1. Oh, those were not good. The highest was an 8.
8? Ooh.
On the die, or
Well, it's
After the -1.
okay.
right.
The other one
Oh!
I rolled a 9 and a 7.
Well, he got a 4 on the die for his insight check, resulting in a 7. I think,
He's pretty
So
distraught
I just
right now.
barely beat it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he is very distraught to the, like, you definitely, you still convinced him. It's just this weird, I think it is even, like, I think what it is how socially awkward you are kind of breaks through how suspicious he is, and he's just like, that is so absurd. I am so upset at this whole situation. It has to be right with how absurd it is. Either it has to be right, or the worst liars in history are trying to con me.
Well, and also, I imagine that's especially uncanny given that dragons are supposed to be very charismatic.
Yeah.
And this one clearly isn't.
Yeah. It's just such a, like...
This is why I said he's not allowed to have good charisma. He's not allowed to have a positive charisma modifier.
We can have it one day as a treat, eventually, when he earns it.
Well, I might use an ASI to bump it up to like bump his score up to 10, so he's at a flat 0.
Hell yeah. Character development.
Okay,
back to the
anyway.
scene, yeah. He just, like, takes a breath in. Very well, if you know what this individual was, tell me.
I think he'll look towards one of the more charismatic people to explain better.
The culprit behind this is a being that has taken possession of another person's body. Essentially, they're imprisoned in an item. This one is a cloak. As such, the reason why they were imprisoned in such an item is, well, because they like to cause chaos, just like this. It's unclear if it's just for the chaos itself or there's a reason. Either way, the longer they stay out, the bigger a threat they will be.
I think the
Check
magician gets off of the stage and walks closer to you. It investigates you, Eni, only getting a 12 total on an insight check. He is unsure what you are because you have Mander features, but they're melded with, you know, the human and elven features. Biologically incompatible species. So it's curious what you are. And how do you know of this entity?
Because I am one such being that was imprisoned. It's my job to make sure the rest of the escapees are returned.
Should I get a persuasion check?
With advantage because of enhanceability.
Yep. This because this is like a lot of information that is being, you know, revealed, and it sounds absurd. Whoa, 24.
24.
Hell
Blood,
yeah.
blood, and
Hell
blood.
yeah.
Very well. Do you have any leads on what this creature is, how to find it?
Unfortunately, not of recent Last we saw, they were in the city during the attack still. Not at the spot specifically, it seems, but around the area.
But we were able to scry on them before. We should be able to do it again.
Yeah, Eni will look to Magdalene. Do you remember the location where the scrying was taking place?
No. DM, do I remember the location where the scrying was taking place?
It was on top of a building, but you didn't get too many more details. If you saw it again, you think you might be able to pick it out, but
Yeah, would that be it's like somewhere I could see from the air?
yeah.
Yeah, I think if probably find it from with a little assistance here, then kind of like pats Ember
Mhm.
on the leg.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Very well. I will give you the chance to investigate to your heart's content.
That'd be excellent, my lord. As Eni will bow.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, can we also get permission to investigate the crime scenes as well? See if there is anything left behind.
Looks at Ember. Please be careful.
Ember nods.
Gets back on the stage, and then speaks to the elf. I forgot to grab the pronunciation for this name. Rard. Please assist them however you can. The elf gives a bow and then begins to walk up, in mage's robes. Could I get a history check from Ember?
All right. Oh, those. So I have advantage, but I got a 1 and a 3 on the dice, so like, does it even matter? Like, that's a 7. Just ouch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do not get the little extra detail.
I'm like, oh, is this a person I do?
I will say above table. Yeah, this was someone Tashin knew, and
Yeah.
but Ember doesn't know that.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll remember later. Maybe he'll get to reroll later. It's very funny, because Ember is definitely in a form that, that elf will not recognize at all.
Yeah. He walks up to you. Very well. I think he takes a look at Magdalene. A pretty long look.
She's kind of like reportedly fingering her lockkeeper's shawl.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do that, he's like, okay. And like the suspicion leaves his facial expression. If you would follow me, the Lord had his scion and eggs kept in a separate location. And he will lead you through the city. I'm gonna need another luck check. This time I'll call it out from Jared.
Okay.
Alright, who wants to do it this time?
Well, Jared's doing it.
Cheers.
11.
111.
you all are eventually led to an unassuming hill, but as you get closer, like, some of the illusion fades over the side of it, and you see an entrance into it, as the investigator wizard guides you in. This is where they were. And you find a very empty cave. All signs that there were young dragons living here have been removed. The only things left are a few squished, what must have once been creatures, but they have just been completely, like, they are paste, dried paste at this point.
Fucking hell.
I will clarify, not dragons, some other creature.
Okay.
But still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering what happened, believable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'll take a deep breath. Begin looking. See if he
Yeah.
got soppy.
I think, before Ember goes in, he will just kind of quietly, like, say, Autumn, at one point, like, taught him kind of like the prayer she does when, people pass on. I think he just, like, quietly, like, says that before casting detect magic to see if he can find anything.
There is nothing that pops up on detect magic, unfortunately.
Okay. Can I make a perception check at least?
Yeah.
Okay. Another 14 on the perception. The other was a nat 1. I'm rolling a lot of those today.
With 14, I think, you definitely recognize the creatures as, like, it's something you have not seen much of them, but they've been heard of. Egg hunters, these kind of parasites that dragons hold a immense distaste for because they feed off and eat eggs. And it was heard through the scrying that's like egg hunters were found at the nest.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
would
remember that.
explain why they are just, paste at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Megalyn will ask for permission to get a sample of the pasted egg hunter for use in future scrying attempts or similar.
Go ahead.
In the meantime, can Edie do an investigation check, seeing if there's any signs of like how these egg hunters got in?
Yeah.
$15.
15. I think you will, there are footprints marked. They did discover them. This person was quiet, but it's a dirt floor. I think with that 15, you do pick up on them being deeper going in than coming out. So, this person probably brought them in intentionally.
tunnels. Means they personally brought them in. Or if it's another summoner, perhaps used a demi-plane to transport them.
But well, the implication being that it's like whatever pack he had them in, was heavier because he was bringing them physically, not summoning them.
Okay, gotcha. This next thing is look to see how he entered then.
I mean, following the footprints, he entered through the entrance.
Edie kind of raises an eyebrow. Are there no guards that protect this place?
The Dragon Lord hides it with illusion. It was his way.
It,
Fortunately,
in a sense, would defeat the purpose of the illusory protections. However, illusions can only do so much.
Edie nods. If someone could figure it out, they can destroy him like he did.
We do keep guards at a distance, but they weren't able to find anything. Rephrasing it. We have guards at a distance, but they did not see the entrance.
Either that's some pretty good stealth, or perhaps invisibility then.
Creatures of shadow hiding in the cover of darkness. Fair
past them.
to presume.
Depending on what abilities he has. Could be part of his arsenal.
Potentially. Quite likely. I fear that in order to find him, the only way we'll be able to is if we scry once more. Because I'm not sure if there is anything here to find.
That is the best bet.
Yeah, and I need
The
to
only other
get
thing
a
I could...
proper rest before I can do that again.
The other possible lead too is... It's a bit of a long shot, but... Do you know where egg hunters usually reside around here?
They spread wherever like a sickness. The only reason we knew they weren't responsible was the damage to the young dragon.
They not native to this area then?
They show up at random. They'll sneak across and suddenly break out in a Dragon Lord's nest.
Fortunately, that means that lead's gone. If they're
So there.
widespread.
I almost said a word that I don't think Jared would know. I was going to say, so they're idiosyncratic, or so their appearance is idiosyncratic, but like he doesn't know that word. He
That'd
doesn't
be
know
very
that
impressive
word.
for him.
Yeah,
I didn't know that word.
He's only got a 12 intelligence. I think he's like reasonably smart. I don't think he's that smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. With that, Ember will say, well, if we need time to scry again and we got all we can here, I think we best find a place to rest. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless we find the place on the rooftops that he was, which...
Well, I am able to check all the rooftops in pretty good time, so...
Yeah, I think we can do that while looking for an inn or somewhere.
Yes. And,
Let's get that.
and he'll look over to the person who's helping him. Thank you again. What was your name again? Also, can I roll another history check? I want to see if it gets it this time.
Yeah. Ruarid.
Well, that's a 17, so that's much better.
17, yeah, I will say, Ember, you remember him. He actually was not from Teakta. He was from, a territory, but got into the school and was able to attend, divination track.
Yeah.
I will say, slight thing, given, the accent, that, the guards have spoken with and, that he's speaking with, he's probably from here, especially.
Okay. Alright, and Ember is not going to mention the fact that he recognizes him, but honestly, should I just, roll a random deception check to try and be cool about that, just for funsies?
Yeah.
Why not? Roll more dice always. That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
I wait,
think...
with a wait, so is that a 0?
Yes!
Wait, would enhance ability ward off by now?
How long does it last?
An hour.
Lasts an hour.
I don't think it would.
Okay, I'll roll another die. I think the 0 is funny, but... Okay, I got a 12 on the dice, so that's 11, so...
Alright, not that bad,
I
not
don't
that
know
bad.
how insightful is this guy.
I think you were able to hide it well enough that, it's maybe try looking at me weird? Why is that? But he's not gonna question a freaking
He was
dragon.
just well, I think, Ember also realizes, oh yeah, I'm a dragon. It's really obvious if I'm staring at someone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what's going through his head is did I offend them or something? I hope I didn't, but that doesn't seem offended. Just, huh.
Oh, so it's just me with every single social interaction. Is,
Yeah.
did I upset this person?
Oh no! Oh no!
I was trying for that to be a funny haha thing, not a sad thing.
It is funny haha, but the funny haha is also inherently sad to me personally as an individual, because God, that's such a mood.
Yeah.
He will tell you, our territory is small. There is only a single inn in town.
Alright. And Ember is not gonna mention the fact that he can't shape change yet, so he's just gonna find a spot in the woods to sleep outside.
Do you take a look around before settling down for the night?
Yeah, he is just gonna fly around and see if he can recognize the rooftop. So
could I get investigation?
If you
Okay.
would allow, could Eni tag along to provide the help action?
Yeah.
And I do have a +8 with investigation, so the help action would be very much appreciated. Because that could be... Alright. I need to stop saying stuff and just roll the damn dice. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have the +8. That's 18 total.
18 total. You are able to find the rooftop. You notice the roofing is slightly disturbed, likely from when he was lounging on it, but other than that, you can't find any real traces of where he might have gone.
Yeah, I don't know if there is like any like stray cloak fibers or anything.
There are not.
Cloak was very clean.
I mean, Eni, has
Packed really well.
your hat ever frayed or gotten damaged?
I would say no.
Yeah.
But Edie's more impressed that it's like he hasn't even left any like signs of like dust or anything outside of like some footprints. It's like this is very tricky.
All right.
Okay.
And
The trail's also a few days cold, so we're certainly
Yeah.
at a disadvantage.
all right. Well, I'll drop you off, and I'll find somewhere to rest for the night.
You'll be all right on your own.
Yeah, I think so. Worst comes to worst, I can make myself a little cave.
Don't want any company?
Well, you haven't exactly been sleeping comfortably the past few nights. At least judging by how grumpy you are in the morning.
Edie just kind of sighs and rolls her eyes. If that's the case, then it won't really matter where I sleep, whether it's in an inn or outside. I'm happy to keep you company.
But what if Jared misses you? And he does say that out loud.
Edie kind of just will have a slight blush to her cheeks and just sigh and shake her head. I think you'll be fine for one night. But if you do want to be alone, I'll respect your wishes.
And at that, Jared himself, at the comment, Jared would just blink, head tilt.
Wait, when did you get here?
No, I just. Oh wait, I'm not there. Brain. I'm sorry.
Wait, how long have you been here?
I'm sorry. For some reason, my brain just omitted a part of information where this was a thing that they were doing. I'm sorry. I'm not here.
No worries.
Well, I
always find-
assumed we were all together on Ember's back while we were doing this.
I think that's fair
Yeah,
enough.
was it... Yeah,
Yeah,
was it everyone, or was it just Edie?
I am fine with it being just Eni. I am fine with it being everyone. It doesn't matter. I had just in my head it was assumed I should have asked, but I had assumed it's like, oh yeah, we're all going out since Ember can carry us all as we fly around. And but also,
what,
if this is a thing that y'all want to do privately, this is a thing that y'all can do privately.
I am
Okay,
good
you
either
know what?
way.
I have my potion of divination, which is just a more aesthetic magic 8-ball. I'm gonna ask it which one of it should be. Okay, I'm gonna ask it. Should it be just Eni with Ember? And we'll see what it says, and then we'll go with it to make a decision. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Potion of divination said no, it should not just be Eni, so the others are there
Alright,
too.
so we're all together.
Okay, okay.
The bottle
So,
has
yeah.
spoken.
The bottle has spoken. In which case, yeah, no, just continuing with that is just like, huh, just like blank head tilt, like less
Much
conf.
like Ginger will sometimes do, just head tilt. Out of curiosity.
Yeah, it's like less confused of like why you said it, and well, less confused about what you mean and more confused on why you said it, if that makes sense. Like,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so also while they're out and about, I think Magdalene will ask Ember to keep an eye out for like marketplace and see if she can pick up 25 GP worth of incense for casting divination on the following day.
Yeah, I think. Would we say that we're able to do that and just make a pit stop?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, and I think because the thing is, like, the way Ember is like viewing the sleeping situation is that he is gonna have to sleep outside no matter what, and he doesn't want all of the people who have to recharge their spell slots to like have to sacrifice any of their potential ability to recover just to keep him company. So
And like
Well, now
my
you're
thought
making me
was,
want
like,
to do it more.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, my thought was like, oh, could he like, sleep on the roof? But
I think that
I
that
thought-
might freak out some of the locals if a strange dragon is just snoozing on the roof.
I'm also
And
not sure
I
if
feel like the roof would
could-
also have to make a strength save.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, I'm not sure the roof could hold a dragon.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like he'll say, okay, we'll put it to a vote. Who is fine with me spending the night on my own, and who thinks we should stick together in pairs? That's basically the question he's gonna ask of everyone else. Is like, it's like, okay, if it's for you guys' sake that he doesn't split off, because but yeah. Because he seems to be like kind of stubborn about like, okay, someone should stick with Ember.
I think that if Jared would probably raise a hand in favor of pairs.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Magdalene will offer to be the one who sticks with Ember since her own situation is a bit awkward. So.
All right.
And I agree with the latter, so I guess you have your choice of camp out, buddy.
But, well, I think he will kind of like look towards Magdalene, being like, would you feel better in the city or next to a dragon?
Honestly, next to a dragon, I think.
All right. And with that, I'll let the shady pair off at the inn, and then we'll take Magdalene out. And I think he is gonna like, when it's a spot where it's clear, like, okay, no one cares about like the topography of this area, he is just gonna like dig a little sleepy cave for the two of them, and when they're getting settled, like Ember is gonna do his best to kind of like loop his tail in a way that will like make like a little kind of like ring bed for like Magdalene to sleep in, so she's a little more comfortable.
All right.
I think she might want to like snuggle up with him like a cat, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of like loop the tail like kind of close by, and so just yeah.
Yeah, or maybe just using one of his wings as a blanket, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So the party splits up.
I feel like we should make a roll a luck check to make sure nothing happens to the two who are sleeping outside.
Oh, don't worry. I have plans.
Oh no!
Jared and
Wonderful.
Eni, about what time do you enter the inn?
That is a good and interesting question. Probably whenever we arrive there, whatever time it is when we arrive. I'm not quite sure.
That is what I'm asking.
I think
Uh,
probably like
I would-
around sundown would have been.
That's what I was thinking, like
Yeah.
7-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So as you enter, like there's like travelers are starting to like be fed. I think that that there is like a bit of an unease. You hear conversations. I think overall you definitely hear one person very loudly in common. Why are we still here? We have things to do. Jared, you definitely recognize this voice.
All right.
Oh no, we love the shady pair unsupervised.
Do you do anything upon hearing the voice?
He recognizes the voice. Eni would see that there's this very recently, with everything that's been happening, he's been smiling a lot more recently as just like a neutral expression. His face returns to the cold blank, even slight displeasure of a frown. And I think that he'd try not to bring attention to himself quite yet, but he would try to move to a position that is away from the voice, but is in a position that he could still get a good line of sight, because he needs to confirm.
How does Eni react to this?
12 on insight for Jared.
The person that he heard the words that were just said are they have brought him back to not quite brought him back to a previous mindset, but like he is preparing as though he were in that mindset, kind of a thing. Like healing is a non-linear journey, and he might be getting to one of its curves.
Yeah, it's you see the old Jared kind of re-emerge. Before he leaves, she'll grab his hand.
Is one of them here?
to move.
Follow behind Jared.
Yeah, and he, like, you grab his hand, but he does not reciprocate that at all. He has been recently. And he's going to move to an area in this kind of common area, the inn, or where he can be a distance away, go relatively unnoticed, but still will have a good sight on who this is. He needs to see them.
I think I will tell this from Eni's perspective, because Jared has known what to look for. And Eni, I think you look around the room trying to find out, you know, what is he looking for, what is he looking at? And your eyes cross, you know, it's not for the exact reason that your eyes cross these two figures, because their dress is, I have no other word that comes to mind beyond decadent. It is shiny silks, gold jewelry over their ears, their heads, you know, wherever they can show off it, and you know, the look of the clothing, it looks like silk dyed very deeply in red and blue, one for each, and the two of them with very striking resemblance to each other are talking. And then I think after you take that visual in, you realize that they have a resemblance to Jared. The one in the blue, despite their resemblance, does look more muscular, where you can see, you know, with lack of sleeves, definitely has more muscle on her, while the other figure is thinner, has very, like, you know, kind of like red, like, makeup meant to give this fiery look to her face. Who holds herself with much more of an elegant posture, talking to the other one. Over the din of the tavern, it is too hard to make them out from where you sit, but that is the sight you see.
Eni's face would scrunch up with disdain. Guessing families in town, hey?
He nods. The twins, Cordelia and Valeria. They were the exception to the rule. They are the only two who need not kill each other for being twins. They are, in a sense, one. And if one were ever to fall, then the remaining would inherit her power. If their destinies, their lives began together, so shall they always be. presumably for... Did they find me somehow? They here to find Karth. Do they not know he's dead already? Perhaps there's something else. Why this city in particular?
Are you within earshot of them? Or do you try to get within earshot?
I think that Jared is aware of his, or rather, his lack of skill in being unnoticed. So I think that he's still staring at them, but he will address Eni and say, "You're quieter than I am. Get closer, find out why they're here. Listen to their conversation."
That's just what I was about to ask. And if things do get messy, tell them how much stronger you are by not needing their power.
There's... Go ahead, sorry.
There's nothing. Plus, we can still beat them up.
The greatest slight I ever received was when I was allowed to live. It will be good to return it.
Eni nods. There's just as much power in mercy than there is in victory. Total victory.
Suppose there is.
Rank up failures. As Eni will begin mixing with the crowd as she will attempt to get close and eavesdrop.
Alright. Could I get a stealth check? You may use charisma for the stat if you're choosing to like blend into the crowd and like pretend you're not sneaking up to them.
Since that gets an additional plus ones, I think I will do that then. Give me just a second. That would be a +9. 29. Not 20. It is a ghost.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm just imagining Eni is like, like they're talking and then Eni is like in frame, just like spooky shadow in the background. Obviously not canon, but just a funny visual that came to mind.
Just one of those like scenes in film where she's just a blur, part of the crowd blurry.
Yeah.
But as she moves away, once this is all done, it focuses in on her.
Yeah. You hear them talking and it's like, look, I get it, but they've been under lockdown for 6 days. This is, I have to remind myself the names. Cordelia, who was more composed, but at this point she is looking decently frustrated. I'm just as mad as you, but we are going to get nothing from throwing a fit about it. Alright? Look, we have a job and we need to get it done. I understand that. You think I don't? I want to get it done just as badly. I get you're anxious, but we need to play along. Alright. What did... Sorry, brain is having to, like, I know the plot. It's just like, how do I words thing without giving spoilers?
Oh no, please do.
Ooh, I won't lie, it is very tempting to speak up at this moment, but best not. I will choose not to.
Remember what Lord Sarek said. We're going to be going deep into the territories. Neither of us even know the damn language. We're going to need to draw as little attention to ourselves as possible. Right. I always am. I'm the brains of the operation. And the discussion kind of goes on to other topics at that point.
Yeah, Evie would then just after a few more minutes, she would slowly amongst the crowd make her way back to Jaren. I would say along the way she would have got some drinks and placed one beside him. Just kind of acting like she was just going to get some beverages for him.
Yeah, the entire time, like, as you're walking back, he's just been staring still. He is watching them with all of the attention, and if you weren't coming from their direction, and if you hadn't placed the drink down beside him, he probably would not have noticed that you were returning. Especially with that nat 20, he probably wouldn't have noticed until the drink was down.
Seems as if our friends over there have taken a job for Lord Thraxus.
Sarek.
Theric, sorry.
Very different. How did you get Thraxus from that?
I don't know. I'm awful with names.
Names are hard.
They are. I think my dyslexia sometimes feels like, okay, a name went in, somehow it gets jumbled up, and another name comes out.
Fair, valid. What was the spelling on that again, by the way?
I'll have to double check in my notes later, but Cerric.
Sarix. Okay.
Sarix.
Both of you may roll a history check to see who Lord Sarek is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's like, at this point, it's like, where did that name come from? It's like, I know I've heard of it. Oh, hey, look, now the nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Hell yes! Jared got a 3. You got a nat 20. Cool. Yeah, you can see where his priorities are lying currently.
Lord Sarek is one of the archmages of Boxgilf, one of the mortal kingdoms, one that is dedicated to arcane magic and the study of it. In fact, it is home to basically the great rival to the magic school in Teocta for the continent. Sarek himself is, you know, as I said, one of the archmages, and he is one of the most powerful. However, he doesn't make too many public appearances. He with that nat 20, you know that he is a sorcerer descended from a dragon, and that is where people suspect a lot of his power comes from. But yeah, that's what you know of Lord Sarek.
If I remember correctly, Lord Sarek is Archmage over in the human areas. Runs a mage school, and powers. A lot of his powers are connected with draconic energy. Very strong. You also remember them mentioning about blending in, which means it's not an up-and-up mission for them. And they seem very hasty to get out of here.
Jared, did
Mhm.
Karth ever mention what the job was that took him away from the kingdoms? Did he ever make any mention of it, or did you just end up finding him?
I feel that from the characterization I have in my head of Karth, he's probably I feel like Jared would have antagonized him to get him upset so that he's less careful about information and then let something slip and then I shouldn't have said that kind of a moment. So I feel like he probably would have mentioned it, just not intentionally so.
Yeah.
If something is meant to be secret, he'll try to keep it secret, but he's not good with secrets.
Yeah. I think you do remember at one point he did let slip that's like, well, I have a job from one of the Archmages that's gonna make me a lot of money and gonna make me pretty powerful. And most of the Archmages kind of stay concerned with Boxgilf. You don't know too many of them go into the territories. Might be something, might be nothing.
Karth also said that he had a job from an archmage. Very possibly the same one. And if that's true, that these jobs, if it's true that these jobs are the same job from the same employer, they may be planning the same thing he did.
It makes sense. The other thing that kind of just tickling my brain right now is the occurrence of them being here during another massive attack against the dragons.
If they're upset that they're stuck here, they probably didn't mean for this to happen. They have no idea what's happening, they have no involvement. They just happen to be in the wrong place in the wrong time, and now it's my problem again.
It's possible, but what if? We're supposed to play nice with some folks. Again, maybe I'm just connecting some loose strings.
There's a chance. I don't know if there are any connections there, but it's possible. I don't know. And the only way we will know is when we find out from them.
Uni nods. In all honesty, they could be stuck here because they've accomplished their mission, and now they weren't quick enough to get out. Now they have to just wait for it to all blow over.
So far, they've nearly done well.
Fortunate for them.
It would be best. It would have been best to confront them with everyone present, but we are not all present. It's just the two of us and the two of them. We could wait until morning and when we reconvene with the others. However, that would be one, more conspicuous, and two, it would allow them to get away from us. We don't know their plans, we don't know their route, we don't know their schedules in this city.
Kind of at a disadvantage right now.
I may no longer be connected to the Umbral Prominence, however, that doesn't mean that they won't try to kill me on sight.
And again, when that happens, let's make it taste their own weakness.
They will learn just how much more powerful they've become.
At that,
Well, if-
sorry.
All good, all good.
Just one more thing. It's like, Eni does think. With your other brother, though, you did mention he was working with Archmage as well, right?
Yes.
He was causing trouble over at that. If the Archmages are attempting the same goal as the Golden Land.
Maybe.
Trying to get a war started.
There is a chance. I don't see how he would profit from it. Yet, at least.
Motive is blurry, but it's a lot of connections for trying to get the two powers to fight one another.
And hopefully we can prevent it, and if not prevent it, mitigate the damage.
Edie nods. We can discuss it more with the others once we meet up. For now, let's just keep an eye on them and watch.
Let me check something real quick. First level. Yeah, no, it'll take much higher spell slots than what I have available to do that. Never mind.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I only have second level spells currently, and to get extra duration, it needs to be third level.
Got it.
So yeah, he's...
If needed, Meg should be able to scry tomorrow. So if we do lose them, we can pick up the trail again using that method.
That is true. However, I feel as though the other matter will take precedence over this. And there's like a little bit of bitterness in his voice as he says that. I'm not sure if bitterness is quite the right word, but it's the closest one that I can think of.
Alright.
Well, for now, just let's be passive. If they do start something, then we can defend ourselves. Right now, the last thing we need to do, though, is pick a fight, okay? We don't want to cause trouble for the lords.
He does his usual customary grunt, which like hasn't quite done for a bit, but yeah, he's
Edie places a hand on his shoulder and gives him a smile. And they don't know you're here now, so you do have the element of surprise.
that is true. That is very true. You're right. We should rest, and we can tackle this in the morning.
He nods. The patient always get rewarded.
Thank you.
She'll nod, taking another sip. Alright, now you're good, Draco.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. I think at that point we will cut over to Ember and Magdalene. What are you two doing?
I think Ember's gonna... I guess while they're getting settled, just talk with Magdalene about figuring out, like, okay, when you cast locate object, it's 1,000-foot radius, so what's the most efficient, like, flight pattern to, like, cover the most amount of ground to try and ping the cloak. So
Yeah, and also if I'm doing a divination tomorrow, what is like, how should I word it?
mhm.
Yeah, as you two are talking and strategizing, eventually you hear like from the mouth of the cave.
Dix's head out to investigate.
You see what looks like a little dragon. It's looking up at you. In the dark, with the dark vision, you can't make out like scale color or anything. Kind of looks like a trickery dragon with that sort of face and horn structure. And then it walks off into the woods. But
Can I insight check?
yep.
Okay. 17.
17. That was not a dragonette. You know, especially too small. That was the size of a wormling. And its behavior didn't seem like that of a dragon of that age. Seemed too
Detect
passive.
magic?
Detect magic finds nothing.
Should I at least see where it went? He is asking Magdalene.
Maybe get a general heading. Yeah. Actually, if I'm here, can I roll insight as well?
Yeah.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. I think you come to the same conclusion that Ember does, and that this is very weird.
I think... Yeah, I think Ember's gonna leave the cave and just... follow it far enough to see if he gets a good idea of, like, where it went.
Could I get a survival check?
Alright. That is a +6. Oh, that was not great. 10 total.
10 total. I think in the night, I rolled a stealth check for it, and it only got a 12 total. But that's still more. I think you...
Yeah, that's still a failure.
Yeah, you lose track of it.
Okay, I think with that, he'll just note that and go back to the cave and try and curl up with Magdalene and try to get some sleep.
Right as you start heading back, you hear the...
No.
Again from behind you.
Okay, Tavi, that's my keyboard. Okay.
Void Dragon summoned the Void Cat.
Yes. Okay, so it starts making noises again.
Yeah. Right behind you.
Frames his head around.
It's just sitting right there. Tilts its head, kind of like Ginger.
I don't trust it. Can I detect magic like right in front of it? See if I get anything. Okay.
It's not an illusion. It's not some summoned creature. This is, at the very least, some creature right in front of you. But in the darkness, it's hard to make out all the details you might need.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something. So how close is it to me?
I would say it's about 10 feet back from you.
Okay. Okay, so we okay. And does it seem like it's following me?
A
Or
little bit. Its actions are kind of erratic, but yeah, kind of does.
okay. I have a thing I would like to try. So Okay, I have a good size, like, so it's like 10 feet back of me, but also, Ember is a huge creature with a very long tail, and as I've established, when he casts spells in dragon form, it kind of activates in the tail. This is so dumb. You can feel free to say no. But could I like have him get the tip of his tail as close to whatever this is as he can, and cast Stone Shape just to make a little pit for it to fall in to try and catch it?
I love that.
I don't think. Okay.
I think
I don't think I can make it like super big, and like I don't know if I should roll a luck check to see if like there are any like tunnels underground that like it that I could just like clear the immediate rock and then it falls into. But
what I will say is I love this idea. It will work. I think I just need you to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can do this subtly enough that it doesn't react and try to fly away immediately
Okay.
as you cast.
okay. I mean, less sleight of hand, more sleight of tail. But...
Yeah.
All right.
I try to keep its attention to give Ember advantage on this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a +3 to sleight of hand, but with advantage. So. I got 19 and a 20 on the dice.
Yeah. Magdalene, what do you do to distract it?
Just tell it how cute it is. And like.
Mhm. Yeah, and maybe like prestidigitation, like some lights, or like a few.
Oh, is it
different
like
things.
a pointer? Like with a cat?
Yeah. Yeah, like you're able to distract it well enough, and then before it realizes, a hole opens up and it falls in.
I'm just gonna get closer and just say, I don't suppose you can identify or dispel magic or something?
I don't think identify works on creatures, unfortunately. Or, well, if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting it. But we've established that there aren't any.
Alright. Yeah, I think he's gonna just keep casting Stone Shape, because I can cast it at will just to make the hole as deep as he can so it can't climb out.
Yeah, and I think it's like, okay, it's like, I can prep tongues in the morning, and then we can try to
Alright.
talk to it.
Unfortunately, it has a climb speed, so it's able to dig its claws into the side as it's able to climb up.
Okay, Okay. Can I... So, I have a once-a-day casting of Polymorph. Can I polymorph it, into, You know what? He knows that Ginger is bad at climbing things. I'm just gonna try to polymorph it into a ginger. So into a small dog.
It
And
slips.
I'm going somewhere with this.
It slips down the wall of the hole.
Okay. All right. Well, it does have to make a wisdom
Right.
saving throw.
+0, so
Yeah,
11.
DC was 16, so yeah, it's just now a small doggo. And I think what Emmer's gonna do is like this will take 10 minutes, but I think he's gonna use whatever, like, tree branches and, like, sticks are available to, like, fabricate a kind of, like, wooden grate above it. So that way, when the polymorph wears out, it can't climb back out.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that goes off. And you're able to do the grate.
Yay. I used almost every single spell I have as a dragon. Alright.
Finish it up by throwing a catapult at it.
Yeah, I made this nice grate and I just smash it. Okay. Yeah, I think he'll say, okay, well, I think it's contained at least for now. Do you want to try and sleep now?
Yeah, we'll just stay here to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he would have, like, if possible, tried to make this, like, as close to, like, the cave. Or honestly, just, like, make an like, additional entry point to, like, the little, like, cave dugout that they're snoozing in that's closer to it so they can keep an eye on it if they need to.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everyone take
Yay,
their...
we caught it!
Yeah. Everyone take their long rest, and we'll cut to the morning. Where when Ember and Magdalene revisit the little dragon, now in the full daylight, you are able to see this. You see these scales are deep black, not the color trickery dragons usually are. They're usually, I didn't describe this with the Grand Magician, they're usually like this kind of like, not as mirror shine as fate dragons are. It's kind of like Mercury, you know, they look almost like Mercury. But, you know, instead of that, it is these deep black scales with this rolling shadow coming off of it, like you have seen when Ini has done cast Summon Dragon, or when she took the potion. It's gnawing at the wooden grate.
Ember will toss it one of his T-Rex rations.
Smells it.
Just to thing to nom on.
Smells it. Continues to gnaw at the grate.
Okay, as I am wrapping spells for the morning, I am going to cast tongues on it.
I went into this intentionally, like, knowing this is gonna be a creepy thing, and still I'm making it as cute as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does tongues work?
Pet the Eldritch Horror. Cherish
Okay.
the Eldritch Horror. Forfeit all mortal possessions to the
Yeah.
Eldritch Horror.
Honestly, can we just, like, name this Bagheera? Because this just sounds like one of our cats.
Okay, so the spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken or signed language that it hears or sees. Furthermore, when the target communicates by speaking or signing, any creature that knows at least one language can understand it if that creature can hear the speech or see the signing.
You touch it, and it's like, what? It's just, like, confused by, now there is magic on me. What?
Okay, why were you following us?
I was told to.
By who?
By who?
The man in the cloak.
And why did he tell you to do that?
because he saw you leaving and he wanted to know what was up with the big dragon.
Do you know where he is now?
I was supposed to come find him. I don't know exactly where he is. I can probably find him.
Okay. Is there anything you would like in exchange for finding him for us?
Blinks confused at like exchange? What? The?
You take him to us and we give you something.
Oh. I don't know what I would want.
Does this seem weird that like a dragon creature doesn't want anything?
You can roll an insight check.
I shall. Natural 19, 21.
Oh.
I'm just rolling the two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. It is not acting like a dragon. Like it is, like Wyrmlings, they can run the gambit for how smart they are, because it's like saying Wyrmling is kind of like, infant to toddler, to like little kid range.
Mm-hmm.
There is a range that Wyrmlings can be, but it doesn't seem to have much of a sense of self in how it's talking. It's like there's very much like this weird matter of factness in how it's talking, similar to how like you presume that speak with animals might go sometimes, where an animal's just like, yep, things exist.
Okay.
Yeah, can I roll a check for it? Like, is this as familiar?
Yeah, I would say Arcana or such.
Very good Arcana. Oh, it's a natural 15 plus 11.
Whoo!
That's 26.
A familiar would would know where they are. They would have like a location beam, all that. This isn't quite the same as a summoning, but you're looking at like, this is obviously a creature infused, possibly even made of shadows. It's not a I think the conclusion you would reach is like, it's not a summon, it's not a familiar, it's similar in function to how those spells might work, but this thing wasn't created by a spell. This thing was manifested into being. Did you guys tell Magdalene about the shadow creatures you had fought against the other relic individual? Or is that
yeah, I think we would have
Yeah.
explained all of the Eni stuff.
Yeah, I think it's reminiscent to that kind of thing, where this is something created by, likely, man in the cloak, but it's not necessarily a familiar or a summon.
All right. I think Ember's gonna look at Magdalene and say, I can go and get the others faster if we wanna. We should definitely keep an eye on this thing, because this is our best lead, so would you be okay to stand guard while I get the others?
Mm-hmm. And could I get the dragon potion for the moment, just in case? I won't drink it yet, but...
Yeah, so he will take it and, summon the dragon potion and give it to her, so... Alright. And then he's gonna fly off to the inn.
I think that's a good place to leave the session on some cliffhangers.
Man, a lot
Oh,
more
that's
going
gonna
on
be
in this
interesting.
town.
Where Ember's like, "Hey, so like we found like the cloak guy, so we should just immediately do that and not do anything else."
About that.
I had a lot of fun RPing the little shadow dragon,
Yeah, I could tell.
just making the noises.
And I'm glad the stone shape just to make a little pit for it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, good call on maybe don't sleep outside by yourself.
Yeah.
Also, definitely like the like you lost track of it, and then all of a sudden it's right behind you. Definitely inspired by Lost World with the copies. That was fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you everyone who showed up in chat. Thank you players. This was a fun session.
Bye,
Yeah.
chat.